Has it changed? I've not seen anything. I've been busy.
Just the FIA has published them.
Okay, well, it's the same. We know that already.
Okay.
I mean, it's more than normal that someone that has achieved so much with Red Bull, it's been brought up by Red Bull that, in a sense, there's always a spot available, right? I think also Seb always kept a really good relationship with Helmut anyway, even when he left, So I didn't know that, of course, they were talking, but I'm sure that there's always a space for Seb in any kind of form.
Brilliant.
Max Verstappen, Red Bull's golden child, the 4-time world champion who built an empire inside Milton Keynes. But now, he might be planning his escape. That's not clickbait. It's coming straight from the paddock, and from Verstappen's own words. Contracts are stalling, upgrades are failing, trust is crumbling. And if the signs are true, we might be watching the final season of Max Verstappen in Red Bull colours. It's not just a shift in the wind, it's a brewing storm, and everyone in the paddock feels it coming. Let's start with the most concrete hint, the contract situation. While Verstappen is officially signed through 2028, there are known performance clauses that could let him walk away earlier. Now, enter George Russell. Just days ago, Sportskeeda published an eye-opening piece quoting Russell himself, revealing, "Mercedes is having conversations with Max Verstappen." Let that sink in. The man currently occupying a Mercedes seat just admitted publicly that discussions are underway with the reigning champion. And Russell's own contract extension talks? On hold. Why? It's clear that Mercedes are still interested in Verstappen, Russell told reporters. This isn't a rumour, it's a signal. Mercedes are circling, and they're waiting for a reason to pounce. And Verstappen? He's smart enough to play the long game. He knows leverage when he sees it. But even if Verstappen is under contract, that escape clause is the key. The condition? Red Bull must continue to produce a car capable of winning. That brings us to Austria. Ahead of the Grand Prix, Red Bull brought a series of upgrades. But Verstappen, he wasn't convinced. According to Racing News 365, Max expressed serious doubts stating, "I'm not sure if these upgrades will actually help us." Those are not the words of a confident driver. That's a man looking at his machinery and thinking, this might not be enough. Red Bull, for years the benchmark of innovation, suddenly finds itself second-guessing performance. That's not a good look for a team trying to keep their champion happy. And if Red Bull stops winning, that clause becomes active. Verstappen can walk, no questions asked. The cracks don't stop there. Verstappen's inner circle just took a major hit. Planet F1 confirmed what many suspected. Gianpiero Lambiase, Verstappen's longtime race engineer and closest confidant, will not be present at the Austrian GP. Simon Rennie will replace Lambiase this weekend, the report stated. This is more than a personnel shift. Lambiase has been in Max's ear since 2016. He's the only voice Verstappen truly trusts during the chaos of a Grand Prix. Without him, Verstappen loses his security blanket. It may be temporary, but it couldn't come at a worse time. Right when Verstappen needs reassurance from his team, the one person who's always been there disappears. And for a driver who operates on precision, loyalty, and total control, even a single missing piece can change the equation. Then there's the wildest rumor of all, retirement. It sounds unbelievable, but it didn't come from a tabloid. It came from inside the garage. News.com.au cited former Red Bull mechanic Callum Nicholas, who dropped a bombshell saying, "I think Max is going to win the title this year, and then I think he's going to call it a day." That quote has been echoing through the paddock. Could Verstappen really walk away at the peak of his powers? Some say it's a negotiating tactic. Others believe it's burnout. Max himself has hinted before that he doesn't want to spend a lifetime in F1. Could 2025 be his mic drop? He's always marched to the beat of his own drum. And if history tells us anything, it's that Verstappen doesn't follow convention. He defines it. And finally, let's talk about Sergio Pérez. The former Red Bull teammate just gave an interview to The Times that reads like a warning siren. "I know that deep down they are very sorry for dropping me. The problem started when Adrian Newey left." Red Bull doesn't just miss Newey. According to Perez, their structure is beginning to collapse. When Newey left, a lot more problems started. That kind of statement doesn't come lightly. Perez is sounding the alarm from inside the house. If internal politics, technical instability, and regret are rising inside Red Bull, why would Verstappen stick around? He's not just fighting for wins anymore, he's fighting for a future he can trust. If Verstappen walks, where does he land? The smart money is on Mercedes. Toto Wolff has made no secret of his admiration. The fact that Russell's contract talks are paused tells us that door is wide open. There's also the Audi project looming on the horizon. They'll need a marquee name. And who better than Verstappen? He could be the cornerstone of a brand new empire. A legacy move, a fresh start. And don't count out retirement, however unlikely. If Max wins title number 5 this year, maybe he decides that's the perfect high note to exit on. Whatever happens, 2026 looks less and less like a Red Bull Verstappen partnership. So here we are, contract delays, a questionable car, a missing race engineer, whispers of retirement, and former teammates revealing internal collapse. Max Verstappen might still be winning races, but behind the scenes, he might already be plotting the biggest move of his career. One that could shake the Formula One grid to its core. The only question now is, when will the world find out? But we want to hear from you. Do you think Verstappen is done with Red Bull? Will he move to Mercedes, retire early, or pull off one last shock in 2026? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell for more insane videos from the F1 Racing Newsroom.